you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hello Griswold gang, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. Thank you guys for being here today. Guys, if you are new to the strat, new to trading, struggling with trading, or just new to this channel, we are about to change the way that you guys trade. Okay, but the first thing I want you to do is go down below, click that subscribe button, and then hit that bell. That bell is the important part. It gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day. This is our watch list for Wednesday, July 6th. I send these videos out for you guys every single day. I send out top 5 videos, weekly swings, monthly swings. I've got over 200 videos for you guys to learn from, to become better traders, to become consistent traders, to become profitable traders. And that is the goal, guys. Consistently profitable, okay? So 200 plus videos on this channel to help you guys learn from, to learn the strat, to learn what these candle numbers mean, where to enter trades, where to exit trades, how to manage your trades, trade recaps on trades that we've taken, okay, how to draw broadening formation, different types of setups like the 30 and 30, Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule, 3-1 setups, double inside bar setups, okay? I go through all of that stuff for you guys, and it's all for free. You can also find me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, and if you guys have questions, I don't care if you think they're dumb or silly, ask them. You can put them into my DMs. I will get back to you guys with answers, okay? Don't feel dumb asking. You guys are learning. That's what you need to do to learn, is ask questions, okay? So don't feel bad about doing that. 2 other things, okay? Number 1, the platform we use is called TradingView, okay? Or the platform I use, it's called TradingView, right up here. So if you go down in the description, there's a link. If you've never used TradingView before, you can click on that link. You'll get a 30-day trial, okay? And then if you choose to purchase a subscription from them, you get up to $30 off of that subscription depending on which one you choose, okay? So click that link. Go get your free 30-day trial if you've never used. It's for new TradingView users only, okay? And the last thing, this is the worst part, the crappiest part. I know these things suck and they're annoying. Those ads that pop up, I'm asking you guys to let them play through, because those ads are what keeps this free for our Griswold community, okay? It's what prevents me from starting a Discord and charging fees for everybody to start watching the videos and learning from, okay? So let those advertisers pay for your guys' education on this stuff, okay? That's what I'm asking for. Keep your money in your pockets. You guys don't need to pay for this information. It's okay if you do. There's lots of great Discords or websites that teach this stuff for a fee, and they're great, okay? I'm just saying you don't have to if you don't want to, because the information is here. So, in saying that, guys, watch the ads, and let's get on to this watch list. Number 1 on the list, and these are in no particular order, I'm just going through them, is NEO. Somebody asked me on YouTube, why do I like NEO so much? Okay, so there's a few reasons why I like NEO so much. 1, I'm a long-term investor in NEO. That's not the only reason. 2, NEO tends to have really big swings, like today, plus 3.84%. Okay, but that was from the open. Okay, we trended all the way down here and then came back up. So you had like a 6% swing on NEO today. The other thing, the spread between the bid and the ask on the options are very tight. They're within pennies, okay? And they're cheap, so they're great for smaller accounts, but I can get into a contract for 50 cents, okay? Or 30 cents, or which comes out to $50 or $30 or $70, okay? Depends on how far in the money or out the money I want to take it. And I've had really good success with NEO, and Sarah Strat Sniper played NEO today, and again, it was only a 1 minute. It was within that first 5-minute bar. I didn't take the trade. She said she was in the trade for about a minute. Okay, so NEO triggered like we said it would. Okay, right here, it came down and then it reversed. Okay, A 1 minute trade, I don't know what Sarah made. I don't know if she plays options or not, but my guess is she was probably in that play for about 20% in and out in 1 minute. Okay, that's why I like Neo. So let's get started here. Neo has a 2 down that finished green. Okay, so it's a failed 2, and a 2 bar either breaks only the low of the previous candle or the high of the previous candle. And so this one broke the low, but we finished green, not red. So that gives me probability, and that's what we play here, guys. Probabilities that this is going to continue up tomorrow. And we don't just buy blindly because I said the probabilities are high. Okay, we play off the triggers. These candlesticks, the price action. This is the easiest way you guys will ever have or ever find to trade, okay? We do exactly what the candlesticks tell us to do, okay? And on this one, the candlestick is telling us to buy at the top of this 2 down that finished green. So when we trigger through this tomorrow, we buy. When we hit our first target, we sell right here, and that's our first target. Then the top of the next preceding wick right here. Right here. Okay, so that's all we do. We do exactly what the candlesticks are telling us to do and nothing else. We can take profit anywhere in here, but these are our targets for that play. Okay, it's that simple. Cisco is up next, CSCO. Cisco had a 2 down with a hammer candle. Okay, so a hammer candle has this big body at the top with this big long wick. Looks like a hammer, right? So we can take calls on this one at $41.96. The day and the week are with us on the time frame continuity. The month and the quarterly, if we trend up, will turn around right, and I'll change that to green for a target. And right here, where are we? Right here is where, before we even hit that first target, that month and that quarterly, I'll put in the line to show you. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. If we go to the month, that first green line right there is where we would switch over to green on the month and the quarterly. If you're looking for that indicator, go into your indicator tab, type in time frame continuity, author is board rider B. You want the candlestick numbers. It is candle type, the strat. And guys, we're looking at creating a strat indicator, a Griswold strat indicator. It's going to have these numbers. It's going to have this time frame continuity. It's going to have these colored bars with the outside bar and the inside bar. It's going to have the highlights over the plays, okay? So stay tuned for that as well. It'll be coming very, very shortly. Sometime in the month of July is what I'm hoping for, okay? So next up is VHT. This is a healthcare ETF through Vanguard. We can take calls on this one at 238.15. Time frame continuity is all telling us that this thing is going up. And again, we take the top of the preceding wick for our targets, okay? Tattooed Chef, I wouldn't normally have this on here. I had it on a lot on my old videos. So another hammer candle on Tattooed Chef. And we can take calls at 650, or the reason I put this one on here is for people with who are buying common shares and have smaller accounts, okay? So you can get this thing at $6.50 a share, okay? And we're looking to hit $6.62 is our target, okay? So a 12-cent gain from $6.50 to $6.62 on Tattooed Chef, full time frame continuity to the upside. So, I mean, you can play this on option plays, but I put this one in here strictly for the guys who only play common shares and who have a smaller account. They can look at this $6.50 purchase price per share, okay? AMD, 2 down, finish green, full time frame to the upside. We have our first target here. Our first order of magnitude is not great. It's only about 28 cents. The next one sits up here. Okay, so if we blow through this target, this first target, that can become your stop loss. And then again, guys, you get into that 20-30% profit range, and we have a reversal somewhere on the smaller time frames. Feel free to take that 20% all day long. It's the base hits. I had a tweet out about a ladder, and it had steps with tens in between them, and then wider steps with hundreds in between them. And it's just easier to get those 10, 20, 30% hits. Boom, 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 and work your count up and grow your account than trying to look for those 100%, 200% plays all the time, okay? BA Boeing has another hammer candle, 2 down, finish green. Full time frame to the upside. We'll look for calls at 138.07. BAC is Bank of America, 2 down, finish green. And this is going to be a 322 reversal. We can look for calls at 31.24. I've got the targets marked out here for you guys. The first one is at the top of the preceding wick, and the next one at the top of the next preceding wick. If you guys have questions, make sure you're putting them down below, and just take a quick moment right now, and if you can, click that thumbs up for me, and we will continue on. Next up is BBBY, that's Bed Bath & Beyond, has an inside bar, okay? I love talking about inside bars. For my old followers or my people who have been with me for a while, you know all about inside bars. Anybody who's new, an inside bar or a 1 bar, if you don't know what these candlestick numbers mean, go into my learning tool video, my beginner tool video, or playlist. I've got all of this, what this stuff means in there, okay? So inside bars or 1 bars do not break the high or the low of the previous candle. They stay within the range of the previous candle, okay? It's consolidating. It's a tightening range. When I look at these inside bars, I think of a spring or a jack-in-the-box. And when we tighten that spring and that spring gets coiled, and gets ready, you let it go, it explodes. One direction or the other. Time frame continuity with the day and the week is what I like to see on the day trades. These two, anything else is a bonus. So calls at $4.83, puts at $4.64. Let's go back in time a little bit here and look at what BBBY has for inside bars and how well they produced. So here was a 3-1. We trended down, did not hit targets, but there was some good amount of profit to be taken there. And that was off of a 3-1. Here's an inside bar with a beautiful breakdown. Okay, I'll look for one more here, guys, and then we're going to move on. You can even take this inside bar off of this 3-1, or this inside bar off of here was not the greatest. You probably would have got stopped out on this one. And I go back in time to show you guys and to tell you guys that they don't work 100% of the time. It's not a foolproof plan. It's probabilities, and the probabilities of that working out on the break of that inside bar into time frame continuity is high. Okay, so again, we don't just buy blindly. We wait for it to trigger and we wait for it to hit targets. Or if we're in this range here in between and we're at 20% and you have a stop loss somewhere along the lines on a smaller time frame, by all means, take your 10, 15, 20% all day long. Okay, Citigroup is up next. Ticker symbol C has a 2 down green. Full time frame to the upside. We'll look for calls at 46.65. Let me put that target in there for you guys, okay? CMCSA is Comcast. 2 down, green, full time frame. Calls at 39.84. I want to tell you guys something. I have a lot of questions always asking me, how do you know when to go? You have so many tickers. I don't look through all these guys. I usually have a top 5 list that I put out, and those are the 5 that I watch. If those aren't working or moving, then I'll move down to the rest of the list, okay? And if you want, it's simple with TradingView here, or anything that you have. This is our trigger here at 39.84 at the top of the candle. Just go a little bit below. Go to 39.76. Right click, add the alert. Okay, now you have an alert there. Okay, so when it crosses this line, you'll get an alert. You can hop over to Comcast and see if that's something that you actually want to jump into, okay? That's what I did when I first started out. I don't do it anymore, but that's something that you can use, okay? Chevron does not have an actionable signal, but what I did want to point out to you guys here, okay? We are 2 down on the day here. If we go to the week, this was in our weekly chart. We broke the inside bar to the downside, okay? So we're 2 down on the week, okay? I also want to go to the quarterly, because on the quarterly, we had a 2 up, and now we are 2 down. We broke that plane, that trigger, so we are looking to continue down on a 2 down month or a quarterly 3-month chart on CVX. So are we going to see this thing take a tumble? We'll find out. And then even on the monthly, off of this outside bar, we've broken the trigger of this outside bar on the monthly. So we are 3-2 to the downside on the month. Okay, this might reverse. You know, there's always the chances, okay? But right now we've triggered to the downside on the weekly and we've triggered to the downside on the quarterly on CVX. And I just wanted to run through that one real quick with you guys. That's not really a day trade setup. Next up is the Diamonds DIA, Dow Jones Industrial ETF, 2 down green. We can look for calls at 309.71, full time frame continuity to the upside. We have triggered on the weekly. Okay, so we are 2 down on the week. If this continues to trend up, okay, I'm going to see if I can put Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% thing in here. We'll see if it shows up. Is that it there? Let me move over. That's on the day. So I don't have it set up for the week, but the week is going to be somewhere in this range right here. Okay, so if we continue to trend up, we can look for DIA on the weekly to have to use Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule on it. Okay, and if you don't know what that is, go watch my video on it. Okay, it'll explain exactly what the 50% rule is. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. We've got Ford, ticker symbol F, hammer candle. We can look for calls on this one at 11:21, full time frame to the upside. Next up, we've got GE, hammer candle. We can look for calls at 62.11. GS, hammer candle, pretty close to it anyways. We can look for calls on GS with this 2 down green, 2 up reversal is what we're looking for. Full time frame outside of the year. Calls at 297.39. JP Morgan, 2 down green. We can look for calls at 112.71. Full time frame up outside of the year. Lucid is a 2 down green. We can call that a hammer candle, I guess, not quite, but we can take calls at $17.24. Full time frame outside of the year is pointing to the upside. Okay. Next up, MS is Morgan Stanley, 2 down green hammer candle. It's a consistent and continuous thing that we're seeing. Full time frame outside of the year. Let's look for calls at 76.13. First target, top of the preceding wick. Next target, not. Next target is the bottom of the preceding wick because we have this gap. And what that gap is telling us is there's no candle in between here and here. Okay, nothing. So when we have that, our next target is the bottom to fill that gap. The next target above that will be right there at the top of that same candle. That's on Morgan Stanley. Okay, Marvel, MRVL, 2 down green, calls at 42.99, time frame continuity to the upside outside of the year. Nvidia, 2 down green, calls 149.73. PFE, Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer is a 2 down red. And again, I tell you guys all the time, the color of the candle does not matter. We're looking for a 2 down, 2 up reversal on this. The only reason I've got this on here is because we have this inside bar here. This body is tight, so it's not much to bring this up to green, okay? So what we're looking for is a 1, 2 down, 2 up reversal. I see that the day, the week, the month, the quarterly, and the yearly are all red. If we break this trigger here, before we even do that, right here at the top of this body, this day and this week turn to green. The month turns to green right here. Okay, so before we even hit first targets, the month and quarterly are green, the day and the week are green. That's why I've got Pfizer on there, okay? Next up, Procter & Gamble, PG, 2 down, green. We'll look for calls at 146.10. Time frame is the same as everything else has been. INTC, Intel Corporation, 2 down, green. Calls at $36.74. The day and the week are green. The month and the quarterly will flip. Let me do this here. The month and the quarterly will flip to green before we hit first targets at the top of this body. Okay, that's INTC. And XLV, guys. XLV is the healthcare fund through Spider. Has a hammer candle. Full time frame outside of the year. We'll look for calls at 128.96. First target at the top of this outside bar. Guys, that's a list. If you're not following me on Twitter, go follow me. If you're not subscribing, subscribe down below, click that bell, and watch those ads. Keep the money in your pocket. Stay tuned for the top 5 watch list. It will be out later tonight. And good luck trading on Wednesday, guys. We will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.